Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's me back from another video. So in today's video we have another Fallout 3 video, which I know I've only done one of these, but I have plans to do this one and one other one. So this time we're on this one, which if you read the title is it worth it? So this is gonna be split up into some parts that I've made, so we're just gonna get straight into it. Part 1 is the map. So the map takes place in Washington, D.C., which, you know, is like the capital of America, but it takes place in D.C., which, you know, I feel like it's a good place to take place in because not only would a foreign country, like, I don't know, Russia or China, nuke the capital of the U.S., but there's also a lot of stuff to explore there, which is always cool. Then the map has, like, there's the main part of the map with, like, the city and all of that. Then the rest of the map is just kind of like New Vegas, where it's just empty and there's several alright locations every here and there, but it's a lot of wandering besides where you come out. And one thing I don't like is that the majority of the city is just right there when you get out of the vault. So I'm not sure how much I mess with that, but otherwise it's just like that one main part. Then it's basically New Vegas, where, you know, it's just a lot of wandering and being the lone wanderer. So I'm not too mad at it because thankfully Fallout makes wandering fun. So that's there. Then, you know, you also get rewarded for exploring. Sometimes, like, you find a cool weapon or a lot of ammo, or I don't know, it's whatever. Or you could find side quests, and, you know, side quests are good in this game. So that's there. The map also looks like an abandoned city and worn down, which, you know, it's kind of the point of it, but they do it really well. It looks really like just abandoned and dead, which, you know, it's hard to get that aesthetic going, but they do it well in this. So I really enjoy that, you know. Congrats, Bethesda. This is one of their better Fallouts, and, you know, they've been too known. I mean, they're known for their Fallouts, so the reason Fallout's Fallout, but, like, their newer Fallouts they're not doing too great for Bethesda. This one's one of the better ones. So the map is also kind of small in today's standards compared to, like, Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, but the map is kind of small. I'm saying kinda because the map is still super big. It'll still take it'll still take hours to fully explore, so, you know, that's what I like about it. It's not too small like, you know, the original Fallouts, but that was also in the 90s, so it couldn't be that big. Still, those were kind of big, but it's not too big also, like, you know, Fallout 76, which is just huge. For, I mean, it's cool, but, like, a lot of it gets boring since you're just walking, and, you know, Fallout 76 is just a bad game. I'm not even going to compare Fallout 3 to Fallout 76. I'm going to compare it to probably New Vegas or Fallout 4. So, Fallout 76, get out here. So, that's it for part 1. Now on to part 2, the story. So, the story so far, since I'm not done with it, obviously, it's surprisingly better than expected. It's definitely better than Fallout 4 so far, and, you know, I've actually gotten invested into it, which, you know, the only other Fallout that's done that is New Vegas, so I like that. They get the story done really well. Side quests are also super fun in this. You know, they have good stories to them, and they don't get repetitive, you know, like Fallout 4, cough cough, but, you know, that's there. There's also not as many quests from the other game, from what I found out, since I've been playing for a solid, like, 10 hours, and I haven't gotten nearly as many quests as I've gotten from other games. But, you know, that could either be a good or bad thing depending on who you ask. So, the story is really good. So, on to part 3, the graphics. So, graphics in this game are super outdated, obviously, and they don't look great at all. Especially characters, when they talk, I'm not sure how to... It looks like a clay model. Like, an amateur made a clay model talk. It's just really bad. But graphics are horrible, but they're not awful. Like, you know, you have to keep in mind that this game came out in 2007 or 2008, so it's not gonna look great by any means, but for that time, it's also not that great looking of a game. Like, Halo 3 came out, and it looks way better than this. So, I'm not sure. They have the bad graphics, which you could get over. You know, textures are flat, and they don't look great. The game isn't graphically intense at all, so, you know, if you have a toaster for a PC, you'll be fine. But I feel like they just could have done better with, like, lighting or anything. Like, for example, they have, like, that bluish green tint, and, you know, like, Fallout 76 has, or not 76, New Vegas has that orange amber tint. I'm not a fan of the tint. It's just, they could have done a lot better with the graphics and the lighting, because the lighting could have made the game 20 times better, since you'd be surprised how good lighting is. But the graphics are not great, not even great for the time when it came out, but still, you could get past it. So on to part 4, the game in the beginning. So the beginning of the game to what I've played right now, you know, I'd probably say I'm closer to the end, but the beginning of it it's really slow and demotivating to me. I say this since, you know, you spend almost an hour before you actually get to the game, which, you know, you just spend like an hour in the vault, and it's fine because it just sets up the story, but they could have done it in like 20 minutes or something. So a majority of the city that holds a lot of quests are interesting, and, you know, the city is based right outside the vault, so like you have the vault, you walk for 2 minutes, and then you just have a major city right there, which I'm not a fan of this, since, you know, personally I wouldn't like a major city right there. I preferably like it like Fallout 4, where, you know, you get out and you have your old neighborhood right there, and you have to walk like a couple of minutes, then you get to the tiny town, walk some more, then you get to Diamond City, which is the big city. I just like how it takes time to get to the big city that has a lot of quests, versus this where you're just there. You just walk 2 minutes and you're there, which the cities in this game aren't arguably big, but I would consider that arguably a big city. So that's there. So in the beginning, you literally have nothing to do, obviously, besides doing main quests. And the one thing I don't like is main quests in the beginning are super hard to do, since you have to go through the city of DC, and the enemies there will literally destroy you. So, for example, when I was walking into DC for one of the main quests, I came across a super mutant who had LMG, right? And, like, you know, I forget what they're called in the Fallout game, but it's the LMG that could like fire like 3,000 rounds per minute. So, and he just destroys me. All right, and this is in the first like hour and a half of the game, and even this, I turned the mode on to easy just to try and get past this, and I still can't. And, you know, you have like maybe a 10 millimeter or the BB gun. You really don't have any good guns. So getting through the city is really hard. You also have the raiders, which the raiders aren't impossible. They're just more annoying. But the supermoons, I'm just not a fan of it, how they make it like that, you know, that it's a survival game. You know, you kind of have to survive, but still, one of the things is that Megaton, the city that's right outside the vault, it has a lot of side quests that you can do, and I feel like what they did is that those side quests sets you up for the main quest. So basically, just do that, and it'll set you up with like good weapons and all of that to actually do the main quest, which I'm not sure if that was what they're going for or anything, but, you know, it's just like a small 2-hour diversion from the main quest if you're into that, but I'm not personally. So, part 5, the bugs. So, what is a Bethesda game without bugs, am I right? So, there's quite a lot here. So, one of the main ones I encounter is when I go through a door, the game just freezes. So, I've been saying so a lot, but anyway, the game just freezes, so you just have to restart your computer. So, like, you can't even like tab out or go to command task or task manager, command task. You can't even go to task manager and exit the game. You're just stuck in the game, so you have to restart your computer, which it's annoying. It's really annoying because that's the main one I get, and I can't just hit up task manager and say, hey, quit this. So if you have 2 monitors and you're playing this on PC, I recommend you have task manager already open on the second monitor, so you could go there and hit it. So that's there. Then, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a way where you can make task manager always on top, but still it doesn't work. So another one is that when I probably shouldn't do this, so when I tab out, the game won't go back in when I tab back in, so I just have to restart it, which is annoying. That one is arguably my fault because I'm tabbing out, but it's annoying versus like Fallout 4 and modern ones where I could just go back in. So, like, I guess that's cool. Another one that I see more than I probably should is when I sit down, like on a bench or a couch or something, the game freezes, and, you know, it's kind of a gamble if the game's gonna recover from it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to load an old save point, so you're gonna want to save a lot. One more that I get sometimes is after I load a save point, the guns will just bug out and randomly fire. It's just random. I still haven't even found it. Like, so, like, there's a thing to it. It just randomly fires, and when you press mouse 1, it doesn't fire. So it's just kind of like gambling when you're gonna fire your gun. Hopefully it's that enemy. But that's there. Then when I go into my Pip-Boy, you know, I could do everything in the Pip-Boy, but once I exit it, the gun will just shoot without even me clicking mouse 1. So who knows, right? Otherwise, those are the main game-breaking bugs you could say I've encountered, besides small ones like, map tearings and enemies through walls. So yes, those are the main bugs I've encountered so far. Anyway, part 6, the final part, closing thoughts. So, in all, I think the game is a good game. It has a lot of fun moments to it, but it also has the bugs which kind of ruin it for some. Thankfully, it's not as bad as Fallout 76, but it's still arguably pretty bad. I think the story is great and the gameplay is fun. Also, it's fun to wander around because, who doesn't like wandering around? The radio, though, so, if you play Fallout, you could have the radio. The radio doesn't really have the greatest songs. It's honestly probably my least favorite radio in any of the Fallout besides the old ones that didn't have the radio, but out of all of them, it would probably go 476 and New Vegas. Or actually, I take that back. It would go New Vegas 4, then 76. Fallout 3, it's just, the radio just isn't there, but anyway, besides the bugs, the game is fun. You could probably get it on Steam for like $10, which, is an instant cop. And the Game of the Year edition, which comes with all the DLCs, like $30 or something. I could be horrendously wrong, but it's pretty cheap, so that's what I like. The only downside is that this game's so old that you have to download an old Windows thing to actually get the game to run on modern computers that are like 64-bit and all of that, which I forget what it's called since Alex just told me, but yeah. So would I recommend the game? Yes, I'd say it's worth it. I would definitely say this game's worth it for the money, and it's that time of the year when no good games are out and you have nothing better to do, so you really don't have any other reason to not play this game. So I would definitely say it's worth it. It's a good game. I mean, the bugs are there, but if you get past that, it's a good game. So that's basically it. Just wait until I finish the game, then I'm gonna do my full review, on it. But who knows when that's gonna happen, since if it doesn't happen before Modern Warfare, it's gonna be a while. Anyway, that's been it for the video. So I've been saying so often. See, so. But anyway, as I just said, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. And YouTube, I will most certainly see you next time. Goodbye.